Hey, beautiful people. I am so excited you were here because today we are going to be talking about dealing with comparison. So, in a world full of people, we often find ourselves comparing our lives to others. This can be extremely detrimental to your mental health and can lead you to changing things that is completely unique about yourself. So, I'm very excited that you are joining me because I'm going to give you guys my 3 tips to squash comparison. And I've read a blog recently on Psychology Today that kind of gave me a little inspiration for this. So I think they have a few more on their website. So if you are trying to find some more tips beyond the 3 that I'm going to give you today, make sure you head over there and read those. So, my first tip is to understand what causes you to compare yourself to others. This could be scrolling through social media. So, scrolling through social media, you always see these perfect pictures of everyone, right? Perfect bodies, perfect hair, beautiful places that they live, this wonderful house that they have, whatever it may be. There's a lot of things on social media that seem perfect on the outside, and people really strive for those things. When they see people traveling around the world and that's something that you want to do, you start comparing your life, and I'm like, oh, I'm not living my life to the fullest. And I just want you to take a second and understand what it is that you're actually comparing yourself to, because this is key into being able to squash it. So social media might be one for you. It could be that you are around other people who brag about themselves and make you feel inferior. Maybe it's someone who brags about the beautiful and amazing job that they have, or the awesome family that they have, or whatever it may be. And then they start asking you questions. Well, how's your family? And maybe you don't really speak to your family because of past issues, or maybe you don't have a family. So that could be another thing that you are, the reason why you're comparing yourself is because people are bragging about themselves. You know, whatever causes you to compare yourself to others, write them out and how they affect you negatively to truly understand where the comparison game begins, because this is key in order to understand how you can squash it. So my second tip is to remind yourself that outwardly appearance doesn't compare to what's on the inside. Obviously, see a lot of social media and a lot of people with their perfect bodies and everything like that, and just know that maybe they're starving themselves to get to that point, or maybe, something like that is going on and you don't understand that, and you're striving for this perfect body, but the way to get to that perfect body wasn't the best way to go. I want to give you guys another example. So I was on TikTok the other day, and there's a couple on there who seemed to be so happy and they did everything together. People in the comments wished they had their relationship or could find someone who loved them like they loved each other. And they just seemed so perfect on TikTok. All their videos were together, they were laughing, they were smiling, but then not too long afterwards, they broke up. And the perfect persona soon came to light that it wasn't true. It wasn't all that it seemed to be on TikTok, After consideration and talking to each other, I think they actually have a video out about why they broke up. I haven't seen it, but just this is another example of how you can see something on the outside, it looks perfect, it looks beautiful, but then on the inside, things may not be what it seems. So remind yourself that outwardly appearance doesn't compare to what's on the inside. And my third and final tip is to use comparison to motivate you to improve what actually matters in life. For me, in the pageantry world, it is so easy to compare yourself to those who seem to be thriving in the industry, have the most expensive wardrobe or the most beautiful photos, and seem to have the best platforms, etc., etc. I could go on for days because there are so many amazing things that girls are doing in pageantry, and it can be so easy and so just simple to start comparing yourself to them. But for me, after the years of comparison and trying to outdo other people, I finally took a look at it and I wrote what I needed to do down, and I reminded myself that the outwardly appearance doesn't always compare to the inside, because there was girls who had the most expensive wardrobe and the most beautiful makeup, and at the end of the day they didn't win. So it wasn't about what you saw on the outside, it was about what was going on the inside. This year I decided to focus on myself and what I have to offer to the world. And I used that comparison that I originally was doing to motivate me to do better things. And hence why we're here and why you're listening to me in this podcast, because now I have a true sense of who I am and what I want to share with the world. And that comparison eventually motivated me to just start improving my inner self instead of my outwardly self. So today I encourage you to choose to take a step back and figure out what triggers comparison in your life. Remind yourself that what you see on the outside doesn't always reflect what's happening behind closed doors, and to use that comparison as motivation to excel in life or to reach a new goal. You got this, sister. I cannot wait to see what you guys are coming up with and striving for in life. So make sure you comment below today's post on my social media, Instagram at nicole.coker_, so I can see what you guys are doing and what you guys are up to.